back to the... This isn't even a joke. I still have to...
Me neither.
Remember.
10th episode, or 9th.
No, 6th was knäckebröd. 7th was something.
I'm pretty sure it's 9th or 10th.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's 9th or 10th.
I think it's 9th, yeah.
Yeah, it's the 9th
Welcome
episode.
back to the 9th episode of the I3O podcast. Today,
we shall be discussing our alter ego.
our past self, if you will.
And just how powerful we were.
Now, for some context, Gabriel and I are the same person.
Yes.
In fact, we were just in the past. We were a single person.
Just
and
so
then,
happened.
against our will, when we died in a supposed duel, it's starting to rain. When we were killed in a supposed duel, we were split.
Our personalities were split.
We were split. I got the bad end of the stick. He got the good end of the stick. You win some. I'm just gonna keep on recording while we walk.
Yeah.
You win some. You lose some. However, we have finally today, in our theory of knowledge class,
Discovered that we were once one person.
it's a great uncovering of our past.
It really is.
It really is a big moment of character growth here.
And it's an incredible exploration of our relationship as well.
True. A romantic relationship.
Our romantic relationship, of course.
So, we have discovered that, I forgot his name, Évariste.
Évariste Galois.
Let's mention it as wrong as possible so that the French people are getting it. Évariste Galois. Évariste Galois was our past self.
Indeed.
Merged. In fact, if you would like to know, my name is Nicholas. And the father of Évariste Galois was called Nicholas Gabriel.
Interesting.
Something Galois.
Interesting. Now that man, unfortunately, committed suicide after a bitter argument with a village priest.
That is true. In fact, that is historical and canonical. After, apparently, he was the member of a liberal Republican party. I think it was
not party.
No, it was a liberal. No, it was a liberal Republican party.
It the revolt
in a little. No, that's a different thing.
Was it okay?
He was a member of a liberal Republican party in France during after the French Revolution, I think it was.
Indeed,
and he was the mayor.
Not a fan of monarchy.
No, in fact, he became the mayor of this town. So to get the story straight, the father of Évariste Galois died as the mayor. The mayor of a town died after committing suicide following a bitter argument with a priest.
With a village priest.
Village priest.
Yes.
It was a local priest.
It's a local priest.
Power dynamics at play. Okay.
This links to the IB concept.
It's to the IP concept of not liking religion and avoiding conflict at all costs.
And also not being a fan of monarchy.
True. So, let's talk a little bit about our boy ourselves. Our boy ourselves, because we were the father. I think we would have done the same if we argued with a village priest.
I completely agree.
So, let's talk a little bit of our boy. Can you take it away, Gabriel?
He was a real life anime character.
He was the man.
No other way to put it. He had 3 or more proper anime quotes.
True.
Such as, don't weep, my brother. I need strength to die in my 20s. Quote number 1. It was his last words before death.
Yes. Apparently so.
Truly a man, the myth, the legend.
And let's talk a little bit of his death. Because I would, to use a very technical term,
Now,
consider the conditions of his perishment as a little bit sus.
true, it is a tiny little bit suspicious.
Allegedly, he died a simp
A simp
after
in a
taking
duel.
part in a duel to restore the honor of some lady called Stephanie something from the motel.
Interestingly enough, after the duel ended, right after, every single person that was looking at the duel just disappeared.
Not just the other duelist. The other duelist apparently shot him in the abdomen. He
And
fell to
then-
the ground, and then the duelist just walked away.
Just, yeah.
And his seconds the seconds of Galois, also left. Sounds sussy.
Very
Now,
interesting.
what Wikipedia claims as a possible alternative was that he was, in fact, such a political threat that he was assassinated by royalist forces.
And it's not to put my personal opinion in this, but
Of course,
I
this is purely scientific.
personally think that is the more probable scenario.
Of course. Because he wouldn't die a simp. We wouldn't...
Number one, we're not Sims.
Exactly.
So that
And our
already
children
excludes
wouldn't
that
be simps.
possibility.
I would not die for some woman called something motel.
Yeah, I completely.
Even the names
Her
are-
name's Motel, bro. Come on.
She was like the daughter of a hostel owner. Like
Yeah,
a hostel
like, bro,
owner.
come
That's
on.
basically a motel.
Come
How do you have like motel and then your daughter's called something motel? No.
She's gonna be a motel owner, like the dad's hostel.
The father owns a hostel and he's like, my daughter, this one's Stephanie from the motel.
from the motel.
Bro, that's so whack. That's so
know.
whack. Imagine naming your child that. You're like, imagine if your father had named you Gabriel of the Fish. Gabriel of the Fish Factory. Converting in a fish factory.
Bro, you would be Nicholas the Oil Man.
Oh, true. And Nicholas from the oil rig.
From the oil rig.
I will not continue this sentence.
Whoa.
I was about to drop my surname.
Oh yeah,
by
no,
accident.
we're done.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
We already agreed this would not be a good idea.
No.
So, our boy, Évariste Galois, as the
Évariste
French
Galois,
people
indeed.
would shoot us for saying. Just like they shot our boy.
Just like they shot. I hate them.
So they shot our boy. Our boy was a bit of a revolution.
Just a little bit.
It was a bit of a revolution.
He allegedly
Allegedly.
came armed to a protest with 6 guns,
Heavily armed.
heavily armed, with 6 guns. Actually, it wasn't handguns. I think it was 6 handguns, 1 dagger, and 2 assault rifles. Was it, or am I making it up? Right now?
Apparently, if I misread, which I probably did, the Wikipedia page, he was one of the people leading French people during Bastille Day.
Now, interestingly enough,
Wait, no, let me get this.
Yeah.
And he was, in fact, in a uniform that he stole from an officer. He killed an officer for.
huh?
And when he was put in prison, for
That's what
6
I was
months.
about to say.
For
My
get this,
boy.
what revolutionary behavior? No. Coming around with heavily armed with 6 handguns? No.
Wearing a uniform.
Absolute criminal.
Criminal.
Devious one.
Horrible.
He's a devious
How
little
dare
boy.
he wear a uniform?
And he was put in prison where he tried alcohol for the first time. I had the most insane.
Just
quote.
an absolute anime.
Can you actually find the Wikipedia
I will
page
try
and read
to
out the
find the
quote?
Wikipedia page right now.
Because he has the most insane anime
He's
moment.
Truly the man.
He was more than a little bit. He predicted his own death as well. He said, "If I die in a duel."
That was when he did it. While he was
Was it-
young.
was it the same
Yeah,
one?
That was the one.
Oh, that might have been the same quote. He was more than a little bit off the rails. And you know what? I kind of like.
I truly love that.
Have you found the quote?
Wait.
Also, by the way, for context, when he was shot to death and was on
Here
his
we go,
deathbed,
here we go.
he turned away
And
the
I
priest
quote.
that was sent to him.
And I quote. And I tell you, I will die in a duel on the occasion of some coquette de basse tage.
I love French.
Why? Because she will invite me to avenge her honor, which another has compromised. Do you know what I lack, my friend? I can confide it only to you. It is someone whom I can love, and love only in spirit. I've lost my father, and no one has ever replaced him. Do you hear me?
Can I read this quote? That seems very, very awfully specific.
That's
One of
really
the
awfully
inmates
specific.
recorded
And that's exactly what he said right before he died.
25th of July. What day does he die? He dies 31st of May. Uh-oh. That is exactly what happened. If you believe in the simp theory.
If you believe in the
He probably said that very same thing.
But probably did.
And-
Because he predicted that his death is going to be staged just like this.
Exactly.
He knew how it's gonna be staged.
My guy knew the future. This relates to the IB concept of foreshadowing.
This is talking about us right now. We are this man.
I can already see
We were
myself.
simply too powerful, so we had to be split.
Like, we couldn't deal. That's why he hated religion so much. He's just like us. We're just so powerful.
We're just too powerful.
Like we're so powerful. We intimidate God,
exactly.
and that's why he had to split us. Combined, we would just be like unhinged.
Unhinged
Almost
and
as
too
unhinged
powerful.
as he is.
Now, not only that, in jail, while he was drunk, of course, he started inventing maths.
Yeah.
he alone, I think, invented like 16 mathematical concepts that are named after
I don't know,
him.
something like that.
Yeah,
a bunch of
something
things
like
are
that.
named after him.
16 mathematical concepts. In his 20s. He managed to do it while living only to 20 years old.
That's amazing. He died at 21. He
died at 21.
He died at 21. Absolute Chad. Imagine not dying at 21. Oh, we're only 10
He
minutes in.
was
We're not going to have enough time to finish.
mathematician, a revolutionist, a writer, and died an epic anime death in 20 years.
He's off the rails. Like, you have the guy.
His power is off the charts.
The night of his death. He spent the whole night before the duel writing letters to people, essentially having his final, like, anime moment. Having the last word in every
If
single
you
conversation
read this,
ever held.
I am dead.
Yeah, basically. If you're
Exactly.
reading this, I am dead. Oh my god, they have brought
My name is Walter White.
This is my
type of
confession.
It's beautiful, it's beautiful.
And then he also spent it essentially summarizing all of his advancement.
And not only that, some people consider this the most elegant and beautiful piece of writing ever to be created by
I do.
humanity.
I do.
Me too, I completely agree.
I do. I feel like it's the most elegant thing to ever have existed.
Exactly.
And furthermore, is he not like giga cool? He went
He
out with
is
he went
extremely
out with a bang, and by a bang I mean quite literally a bang.
Yeah. It's incredible. Like, this is an anime story. This is an anime arc. We need to, like, animate this.
Do you see yourself as a political terrorist today? That's saying in there, by the way.
Yes.
Yes, against the Polish government.
I will not elaborate further.
You will not continue this conversation. I'm not editing that out. I'm keeping that in.
Gonna get assassinated. I'm gonna say this here right now. Wait, I'm gonna say this here right now.
If you're listening to this, I'm already
If
dead.
you're listening to this, I am already dead. And I tell you, I will die in the duel on the equation of
Polish
some
government.
conquête de basse étage. Why? Because he will invite me to avenge his political views, which another has compromised. And do you know what I like, my friend? I like the confidence to do so. So they will just assassinate me instead.
Just imagine this podcast is the reason that's like on your grave. Reason of death. I3O
His
podcast,
last
I guess.
words. Bro.
His last words.
If this happens, you know what to put on my grave. Come
Like
on.
his last words are, "We need to record this podcast." Oh no, what is that person doing in the background? Oh, I think I just stepped on something.
Well, actually, and the music, it needs to be the opening music of this song. of my
So I'll put on your funeral.
My funeral.
I'll put on your funeral. We put the intro music.
Speaking of which, our man, Évariste, has
Évariste.
been buried in a public grave, unmarked. No one knows where
Common
it is.
grave, unknown. Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is he didn't die that day. I think it's possible
That's an interesting
that
theory.
he staged his own death in order to make himself look like a political threat. Like, to look, not only did he stage his own death, he incriminated the government by doing so, showing that they tried to eliminate
We have
him.
not discussed what happened after the funeral.
And then not only that, he could have hidden away, living to his like old 90s or something.
Yeah, have we mentioned the fact? I don't think we have. That reportedly after his funeral, like his funeral ended in
Hey,
riots.
yo, actually, this could be. This is way more
Here's the thing.
probable.
No,
than-
here's the thing, right? It sounds pretty staged, right? Like he predicted his death exactly as the government says it was.
The government says it was. So I think we just found out what happened.
There's no pictures or portraits of him. There's just like one hand
There's
drawing
just
of
one
him.
hand drawing. He staged his death to incriminate the government, start the revolution that eventually led to another revolution that crushed the monarchy, was it?
Yeah, they did it again. It had been done a few times
Bro.
by then.
He's insane.
He's off the rails.
Off the rails.
He's off the.
His power level is
Can
off the
you-
charts.
Can we sort of figure out where he went? Like what
Let us-
happened?
Let us think. Let us think.
Let us ponder on the possibility.
Where would you go? You're in France right now.
All right, you just faked your own death
You just faked your
and started riots because of your funeral.
Yeah, no, this makes sense. Buried in an unmarked grave.
Like just a common grave.
Like-
You don't common grave someone who died in a duel. It's not like
Yeah,
it's,
bro's like
no,
a
bro, it's not-
mathematician died
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
dual revolutions. It's not a common grave.
Yeah, it's not like like maybe my understanding of history is lackluster.
And no one
But-
still knows where it is.
But let's be 100% honest. This man was not lined up and shot in summary executions.
No.
He died in a duel. And he had family, because we know he had your boy Alfred, who he wrote his final words to.
Bro, Alfred was in on that whole thing.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. Like,
Bro.
it's all an inside job. It's all an inside job. Évariste, what was his second name? Galois survived.
Galois survived. Was it
Wait,
actually?
Galois survived, and we were somehow split after not having been split ever before.
I will tell you.
What
I will tell you.
happened.
After we lived to our old 90s, late 90s.
You will tell us. Wait. You will tell us after the ad break.
After the break, yeah.
Okay, and now that we're back, we were discussing that if he survived, I don't like that this is quiet now. Can
No.
you guys keep on talking?
No, but we can continue in the quietness.
I think that if he survived, and we have died so many times before, my question is, why were we split? What happened? Because something must have happened. It's always seemed kind of sus.
I think the simplest explanation is that not only do we do all these things, like not only do we achieve everything, but we also survived through it all, right?
True.
Now that's
True.
just too powerful.
True. We're kind of
Like that's
overpowered.
just a little bit too broken.
Yeah, we're overpowered.
So you need to split us in half.
Yeah.
For it
But
to make
how
more
did
fair.
they split us? Because that's kind of weird. You don't just split people. I mean, you technically could, but you don't split reincarnations into.
I suppose you don't. Let us think. What did the man have? They.
What?
I don't know.
What happened? What happened? Something must have happened.
True. You got the hair.
I got the hair. Yeah. I got. No, but his hair was shorter.
True, but maybe.
In Revolutionary, it was longer.
No, but I think his later pictures have a longer hair.
But he doesn't have later pictures, does he?
True.
Okay, we can see. We can say that I got the hair.
You got the hair. I did not get the hair.
No,
I got the muscle.
got the muzzle. We
You
all got
half a brain, and I got half a brain.
true. We got the unhingedness spread between us.
Both of us are psychotic,
Yeah, we're both off the rails.
completely off the rails. You hate the monarchy.
I hate the monarchy. Yeah, I got that one. You didn't get to be born in a country with a monarchy, so you don't
no,
get to
I'm not a fan of village priests.
Yeah, true. You got the hate for religion, and I got the hate for the monarchy.
Interesting.
They split some attributes.
I have the dick.
I have it as well. I actually got the better part of that thing.
No, I got the better part of that.
Yeah. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
What else?
I think you lost out in that respect. You got the ass, but not the dick.
I do have the ass, yeah. No,
Is
we
this
don't
your
know it.
podcast?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I'm not editing it out, by the way.
Now, I got the ass,
Yeah,
for sure. I don't know if he had an ass, though.
he had for sure. Come on.
He did?
Come on. If we were combined,
Yeah,
he
we
must
would
have had
we
a
would
dump
have a
truck
dump
back there.
truck, yeah, 100%.
Come on.
100%.
A dump truck, a third leg.
Now I got the muscle. And
You
you
got
got
the
the
muscle.
swimming ability.
I got the swimmability. I got the surviving underwater
You know,
skills.
now that I think about it, once we merge together, we are just too powerful.
We're just the super. Get this.
Yeah.
He had my breathing capabilities, and your muscle. He went underwater.
Bro.
He joined the crabs.
He went underwater.
He
He's
opened a
crab.
crack in the ocean
Oh my
and
God.
went in there.
He's like Moses.
True. He just slapped the water. It split
But
in
if
two.
he's Moses, does that mean we are also Moses?
Yes. Come on. Let's get straight. All the mythological characters from the past, they were kind of OP.
They really were, yeah. Way too OP.
But if you look at them right and you take it to us, I think
They
us
kind of
combined
Yeah, they kind of fit
could
our
be that
description.
kind of person.
Not gonna lie. Interesting.
Let's not lie to ourselves.
We've made some truly enlightening discoveries today.
Yeah. I'm so glad a theory of knowledge actually came in handy for once.
Yeah.
I truly discovered about my past. And I feel far more fulfilled in my presence in the world right now.
I completely agree. In fact,
I think if
I agree so much that I need to play the outro music right now.
And I think we have to go to physics.
I completely